Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Right guys, so another lovely day in southern England. As you can see, it's boiling outside and we've got a few things on the go. Just got a delivery of most of the parts that I need, at least to get the boot side done. So we're going to have a quick look at what I've got there. Also we're going to have a look at that manifold on the spare engine that I've got, just for mock-up. We're going to have a quick look at what needs to change and stuff. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so first off, got the wood archer. I don't know if you can see that, it might be a bit brighter, but I've marked some X's. As you can see, I've drawn a a grid on here, and I've just marked where these are going to be. So basically I'm just going to eyeball that and make sure it's all in a flat inside the boot. So we're going to drill some holes, make sure everything's mounts up, drill the boot out, put it in, make sure it sits right, and then take it all apart again and wrap this thing in carpet. So we're going to get that done now, well, today. Yeah, crack to it, I guess. Alright guys, so back in the boot, and as you can see I've mounted my new rubber mounts. They are just higher than this, which is absolutely perfect, so I won't get any rattling on that. Alternatively, I could even maybe put a spacer on top of there just to be a bit higher, but I've wobbled it around, it doesn't touch this. It's great. Was quite nerve-wracking doing 4 holes in the boot. They are symmetrical though, because I measured it and measured it and measured it and measured it. So the old ones were too small, got the big ones, they were big enough. Bolted them with some massive penny washers, which is great because the front two actually go through the heat shield that's under here, so they hold the heat shields up even more. And as you all know, the heat shields on these fucking things, they just rust away. So I've already got penny washers on the actual things that hold it, but yeah, so that's good. What I'm going to do, give it a bit of a clean up in here, and then I'm going to get to wrapping that piece of wood with carpet. So that will be the next thing you guys see. Right guys, not too sure what happened there. My camera decided to stop the time lapse at the end after I was doing it. Obviously decided that was enough, but pretty much there it is done. So it actually looks really good, come back really well. I think it's going to look good in that back. So all I really need to do now is knock out my holes, just cut little slits in them. I've got a scalpel to do that, and then mount it in the car, or at least see it fits, I guess. Yeah, battery, pump in the car. Let's get it on. Alright guys, so that is pretty much that setup, as you can see. So I've got the battery all bolted in, just a spare battery that I've got bolted in for now. Got all the pipes pointing in the right direction and these cables coming in the right way where I want them. So pretty much now just to mount this in the boot. Right guys, so excuse the noise in the background. As I said, we're digging up the garden, but that is this done. So it turned out it's pretty solid on those 4 mounts. It does have some movement, which is perfect, and it does clear all the way around. So the next thing to do is decide, you know, what angles these are going at and where we're going at on there, how to make it look neat and what have you. I'm probably not going to make the holes just yet. I'm waiting for a cable separator to come, and I'll probably keep it at about the same distance. So that's probably where we're going to be with this. let's maybe have a sneaky look at the engine, at this spare engine that I've got for sale at the moment, because I got something to show you on that for now. Okay guys, just a quick catch up on what I've gotten done in the boot here. So as you can see, I've got the bulkhead fittings fitted, so the 3 AN6 and the 1 AN8. Waiting for a couple more fittings to come to finish this, to pipe all of it off and cut all the pipes and stuff, but I think it's going to be quite neat. Got the main fuse down here, battery cables done, the ground is run through there. I've got another little thing here, another little grommet to hold the let's turn around so we can see it. Yeah, another, see a little cable holder here for the it's going to be for the lave. When it comes from here, it's going to go straight along there, straight out. And then the other thing I've done is I haven't wrapped up any of the cables, but I've fitted a fuse box in there. That's going to be for one of the pumps, the rest is for the other 2 pumps. That, I don't know if you can see in there, but I can actually get to it through this little hole here. So yeah, that's worked out quite well. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get those fittings, we can get this all piped in, and then start relocating that battery. Right guys, so this is, as I promised, got the old engine out here. Just decided to bring it up into the sun so we can have a bit of a look and show what's what. So what I wanted to show was, got the sidewinder now mocked up on this, so perfect thing to use a spare engine for. So basically, let me get back here, as you can see, so I've got it mocked up just to see what else I need to change. As you can see here, the crossover pipe from the front would foul, but I'm not actually running that anymore. If we look underneath here, so the water pipe comes along, but I've actually got a spare water pipe, and what it does is where it turns up here, it fouls under here. So I am going to have to customize that water pipe. Also the ports that come out the top here with touch, so those need to be moved around, shortened, whatever. But this I was all, you know, in for. I kind of knew it was there. But yeah, just wanted to show you this, if you can even see it. It's a bit dark. This work of art, I think it's going to look absolutely lovely inside the car. Almost don't want to heat wrap that manifold, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. But yeah, looking good. Right guys, back in the boot just to show you my progress in here. So as you can see, got some piping going through, did all the bulkhead fittings. That's going to be the main, it's going to be return, feed, return, something like that. Got all the pipes out and going here. I haven't got my cable separator yet, but what I did was I've measured the distance between these holes here and replicated that there, so they should look neat. I mean, to be honest, even without a cable separator here, which is coming today, they kind of look okay. I mean, it's not absolutely perfect, but it looks pretty damn neat. Also, let me turn this around here. I've got a main breaker fuse, so that's going to be coming, you can see, off the battery, and then feeding under here. Got my fuse box all mounted under there, running to some ground and stuff. But that, as I said, I can access it through this little hole there, as you can see. So yeah, things are moving along pretty well. Got me, well, I've already had this, but I've got this filter. Basically this is going to be mounted on the opposite side of this port and coming out and then going in, because I've got quite a bit of space that side and I don't really have much space here. Waiting for, I've got the wire connector for this, just waiting for the I've ordered 245s to come up, so these pipes go down and they come up at a 45. Yeah, and then that will be finished. And then I can start dropping the tank and working on all the piping coming from the tank and to the tank and whatever have you. But yeah, we're getting there. Exciting days. Feel like I've made quite a bit of accomplishments here, and for somebody who's never done any of this shit before, I think it looks okay. I think it is coming along. Alright guys, so I was actually just about to wrap things up and I got a delivery, so it's very bright, I don't know if you can see that. So I'm now completely piped up, so I've got my let's just call it, these three, doesn't really matter, they're interchangeable. So it's a feed from the main tank, return to the main tank, and a return from the fuel rail. And then I've got the 2 pumps into one, into a AN, so it goes AN6 into AN8 and out, and that obviously goes to the fuel rail. So yeah, it's looking good and I'm pretty happy. Yeah. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this time around. Done a bunch of stuff in the boots and getting things on the go. This is going to be a slow process. As parts come in, get bits done. It's going to be the boot, underneath the car, and then all the way to the front, and then relocate the battery and stuff. So yeah, another bit of a project going on, another few steps to get there in the end. Thanks for bearing with me again. Yeah, thanks for all the support, and keep the views and the comments coming. But till next time, I'll see you then.